Yo, what up? It's AaroniMoses. Now, guys, if you didn't know, let me fix my hair a little bit. This is really, off the hip. If you didn't know, Nature Boy just got arrested for some other stuff. See, my mic's not even in position. I don't know if you guys can hear me or not, but he got arrested for some other stuff. I don't want to say it out loud, but you can do the research. He got arrested in Nicaragua, and he has a warrant in America for that same other stuff, that he got arrested for. I was about to go live with YPZ, also known as Young Pharaoh, on his Instagram, but my phone's acting up and my headphones died, so I wouldn't be able to hear him anyway. So what I was gonna say is I look at it with my Libra moon. Of course, you guys know I'm 33091. Every Sun, Libra moon, Capricorn ascendant, North Node, Capricorn, with my Capricorn ascendant 31 degrees. Boom. So, how do I feel about it? I feel bad for Nature Boy. Why? Because he obviously has borderline personality disorder, but from what I sensed, he wasn't born with this personality disorder. It's obviously environmental if you scan him properly. Okay, number one. Now, I did make a video called Be Responsible for What You're Not Responsible For. So he had choices, he made the wrong decisions, and that's what happens. All right. Number two, why did I name my video what I named it? One of my favorite movies, Scarface. One of the most important scenes of that movie was when he was high in the restaurant and he had that argument with his wife, with his homeboy there. And he said, "You need people like me so you can point your finger and say, that's the bad guy." Now, I'm going to take the middle path. I'm going to use my Libra moon. All right. I'm going to use my Libra moon and say that the reason that we can appreciate people like young Pharaoh, the reason that we can appreciate people like Malcolm X, like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., the reason we can appreciate people like Big U, all these leaders, the reason that we can appreciate them so much is because of the people that are negative, not only because of what they gave back, what they've given back. The reason that we can appreciate Nipsey Hussle is for all the Donald Trumps out there, for all the people that's making this world a much worse place, a much more chaotic, confusing, negative place. Okay, I channeled something from the universe pertaining to numerology, and it touched me in a way that I really don't understand. But this has a lot to do with Nature Boy's situation. What's up, Melville? Now, going into, I'm not a super master astrologist or astrologer, I'm sorry. But, some people think there's 12 signs, some people think there's 13 signs. And Dark Lord Ukilio Sai of 13 Cosmic Laws said that there cannot be 13 zodiac signs. Why? Because the universe does not work in odd numbers. So, for a foundation to be built off of an odd number would not make sense. And I channeled, the universe told me the reason that there are odd numbers is to make balance with even numbers. All right. When you're a little kid and you realize how horrible some parts of the world are, you wonder if certain things that are higher than us even exist at all. If you didn't know, there are people in this world, in America, who live in environments that are so horrible that they solely base their spirituality off of the heinous crimes that they witness and that is present around them. There's so much negativity around these people that they question if there's a God, and reject the fact that there are higher powers and animating forces. Okay. So, what I'm saying is the fact that Nature Boy exists gives us a little bit more appreciation for the ones who are solid, for the ones who are giving back, the ones who are truthful. Okay, the universe saying, Aaron Moses, the reason that odd numbers exist is because even numbers exist. If odd numbers didn't exist, we wouldn't need numbers at all. The balance, the yin, the yang. So the fact that Nature Boy exists makes me appreciate young Pharaoh that much more. Okay? If your girlfriend or boyfriend cheated on you and you finally find someone, a good port, a, there's something inside of you. You might not see it, you might not feel it, but you appreciate that person being solid, being loyal, being peaceful. You appreciate that person a little bit more because you got cheated on and you don't even know it. All right. You appreciate the music that you listen to. A piece of you does because you listen to some garbage, trash bag, mouth having rapper that had no idea what hip hop was and never even heard of Nas before. So think about that. I appreciate fruits and vegetables because I know I could be totally ignorant to the fact that I should not be eating McDonald's every day. I appreciate fruits and vegetables not only because they give me energy and because they cleanse my body and they clean me out and keep me focused and keep me sexy, but because I know people are treating their bodies as if their bodies are their enemy. Because I know what things I've been taught was food could be doing to my mind, my body, my soul, and my relationships. That's a good reason to appreciate fruits and vegetables. All right. So I want you to take that middle path. I want you to download what I had coming out of my Libra moon and how I look at it. Is it horrible? Yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible. It's a terrible thing. What he did allegedly is terrible. All right. But there's always good. Nothing is totally good, nothing's totally bad ever. This is earth. When I say nothing, I mean nothing here where we live. So that's what I got and that's what I was going to give him, and I really wanted to give him that message because I think he would have really dug it. So guys, if there's any way that you could send him this video, or maybe I should just type his name in the title. Maybe he'll see it like that, or I tag him or something like that. But yeah, these are the headphones that just died. So that's my perception. Of course, I think a part of me thinks it's bad. My Aries Sun and my Capricorn Ascendant are speaking very loudly right now. But my Libra Moon is telling me to look at the positive, look at the positive, and have compassion. Not too much, not too much. You see how I'm primping myself right now? You see how I'm rubbing my face and looking? That's the Libra moon. I should probably make a video on how to turn it on and turn it off. But see my how I'm doing with my hands, and yeah, that's the Libra moon coming through, coming through. So that's it, guys. What do I think about it? Of course it's horrible, but it just makes me it just builds the relationship, not only with myself, but with my mentors, and it makes that connection much stronger, and it builds the appreciation for the ones who are solid, for the ones who are giving back to the community, for the ones who are straying away from producing more negativity in this world. But everything has a purpose. Without Nature Boy, yes, life would be different in a good way. But people like him don't die, they multiply. Hurt people hurt people. He got this from somewhere. He wasn't born with this. Okay. And I mean, he didn't take the responsibility. You have to be responsible for what you're not responsible for. And if you don't know what that means, check my video out that I made about that. But I mean, you're giving certain choices in life. How you doing? I'm just gonna break it down real quick for you guys. I got some lemon juice. This cough's gonna go away real soon. Any of you guys, if you have acute bronchitis, drink some lemon juice. Me, what happened? Why I have this cough? I went to a funeral on June 5th. Yes, it's been a whole month. Went to a funeral, really, really drunk off some Bombay gin. I smoked a whole lot of cigarettes and a whole lot of weed. And I came back to my home. I fell asleep with the window open, and it was like 50 degrees in my apartment when I woke up. I was so drunk, I fell asleep with my clothes on, and I woke up with no blanket, and I was like, what? What's going on? And I was coughing up this. Anyway, so being responsible for what you're not responsible for. I'm going to give you this example because this is when I made this video, and the environment that I was in inspired me to make this video. So being responsible for what you're not responsible for. So if you're obese, right, that is based on usually three things. Your genetics actually affects your appetite, all right? Just like your genetics affects your libido. So your appetite is actually genetic. I have a medium appetite, all right? I can eat a lot, but I don't eat all day. All right. I usually, typically, I can eat one meal a day and then graze. All right. Now, somebody genetically could have a higher appetite than me. Number one, taste buds. Okay. And then some people just produce more body fat and their metabolism is a lot lower or slower than other people's. Now, we'll say that genetically, you are not predisposed to be obese, but your mother feeds you and feeds you and feeds you unhealthy foods from the day that you're born to your 17th birthday and you're moving out when you're 18. Now, you don't have a job, you're not encouraged to get a job, and you don't work for your own food, so you don't have too much of a choice on what you're going to eat, what you're not going to eat. Plus, this is your culture, right? Now, if I come to you and I say, hey, Bob, this is not good for you to eat, your parents are only obese because their food choices. We've already done the studies. We looked at your family tree. Nobody in your family is obese but your mom and your dad on both sides. So we can pinpoint maybe the reason that you're obese is because of your food choices and not so much your genetics. Now, if I teach you about nutrition, if I teach you about genetics, if I show you that there is a mouth guard that actually helps you to chew your food slower, and it helps you to monitor your appetite. It's an actual thing. You put the thing in your mouth and it helps you chew your food slower, and it helps you lose weight. Okay, Google it. So if I teach you about these things and you continue to indulge in the way that you have, that's your choice. Now, you did not, number one, you don't work for your food. Number two, you don't prepare your food. Number three, you didn't know anything about nutrition. You're not responsible for the fact that you are a 17-year-old child and you're 305 pounds and you're only 5'6". All right. You're not responsible for that because you're a child at this point. Now, on your 18th birthday, if you continue to do these things on your 18th birthday, you got a job. On your 18th birthday, you won the lottery, so you got your own apartment. If you continue with these patterns to continue to be 300 something pounds, that's on you. Now you have to make a decision to be responsible for what you are not responsible for because you did not set yourself up to lose. That was your parents' job. They failed. And now you have to take over because you are your own parent. Nature Boy was not responsible for what he's not responsible for. And we all have that. Part of the anxiety that I had becoming a parent. Because, I mean, I told my cousin, but he's a freaking angel. So he was like, nah, bro, your kid's going to make his own decisions. You're not going to pass off anything. No, the fact of the matter is, when you're a parent, you're going to pass some of your issues to your child. You just have to fix yourself within 3 years. So you have more dominion over what issues and negativity you're going to plant into your child. Okay. So, what are you going to make your child responsible for that they're not responsible for? That is one of my battles that I'm struggling with right now. But that's all I wanted to say about that, guys. So, let me know what you think about this. Do you think that number one, what do you feel about the Nature Boy situation? Do you think it's true? Did you predict it? Did you see it coming like the rest of us? What do you think about the middle path? What do you think about turning on and off specific zodiacal aspects and attributes in your natal chart? Would you like me to make a video on how to do that? And what do you have to be responsible for that you were not responsible for as a child for creating in your life? A lot of questions that I want you guys to answer. But that's it. It's Aaron Moses. Do what happy people do. Peace. That was awesome. I love that video.